Hey, Todd Burrier from toddburrier.com. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about 2 things you need to know about your prospects. Just 2. I mean, there's lots you can know, but these 2 will really be helpful. And this really applies to 97% of your prospects fit right in where I'm going to talk about. And so it's really, this will help you so much to understand these 2 things. And so setting aside the fact that the need in general is great, right? The need in general is great for solutions for products, solutions for services, which the best in the world are available through network marketing. So whatever you have is solving a pretty big need or it wouldn't exist. And then money, right? Money in general. Certainly people translate that into other things, right? They think, oh, I'm in debt, or I don't have enough money for my kids' college, or I don't have enough money to retire, or I don't have enough money to go bowling, or whatever it is, right? People translate it into what they lack, but the issue is money, right? With more money, they would be in a better situation, and that applies to most of the marketplace. So the need is great in those areas, but that's not even what I'm talking about, because it all matters what they're focused on. So the first thing to know is that they are focused on immediate needs, right? So maybe they don't have enough money for retirement, but they're not thinking about that, right? They're thinking about the immediate shortfall that they have, just as an example. So they're focused on their immediate needs and or wants and desires, right? So think about it this way. What keeps them up at night? That's the thing they're focused on, right? The thing that they're constantly like, gosh, how am I going to figure that out? And guess what that is? That's an emotional issue. It's an emotional issue. Never, ever forget, people buy on emotion. They justify through logic. They buy on emotion. And that's why I teach you how to simply tell a story that really connects with someone, because that's what makes someone go, right? That's what brings them into you, right? As opposed to, let me tell you how my Dipsy Do product does blah, blah, blah. And then they're like backing up, right? Because you're giving them logic and they're not connected, right? So emotion first, right? Why? Because emotions are feelings, and feelings are like drive people. They drive them, right? To getting away from a certain feeling or running to a certain feeling. So remember that. So again, the focus is on the immediate needs, and it ties to the emotion and the feelings. And the but is the instant gratification piece, right? So that's why people fall prey to instant gratification. However, you can't be a purveyor of instant gratification, because if what you have is real, it's not going to be instant. It's not going to be instant, right? And matter of fact, the best people in the market, the people that you really want as your customers and your business partners, they will be very wary of anyone that gives them an instant gratification pitch, because they've already been down that road, right? They're mature, more mature than that. That doesn't mean they still don't want it. Everybody wants it. I want instant gratification. It's human. But they're wary of people that promise the overnight fix, right? This will change your life overnight, right? I mean, come on, stop it, right? So instant gratification, they're very wary of that. So how do you get around that? How do you, okay, so you're telling me they're focused on immediate needs, but I can't give them instant gratification, but I got attached to their emotions. How do I do that? It's actually pretty easy. So what you do, right, is you help them understand how your solution immediately puts them on the road to solving the problem. So important. It immediately puts them on the road to solve the problem. You can even empathize with them about the fact that I'm sure you've had people tell you that you can fix it overnight. I'm sure you maybe even have fallen into that before, right? And they'll be like, yeah, you hear that all the time. You say, well, I'm not going to be one of those people. But I can tell you that you will immediately begin to make progress towards fixing this. That is an entirely different way, because you're still connecting to the emotion. You're still connecting to the emotion without a false promise. So you're differentiating yourself, right? No hype, real conversations, right? So you can then have real conversations, because people are like, well, yeah, help me understand how that's going to happen. Because now they're like, instead of it's going to fix it overnight, right? That's the wrong kind of emotional response, because then, when it's not fixed overnight, then they blame you, and then they spread bad stuff about you, and then they're tainted about the industry, and then they spread bad stuff about the industry, and that's why hype is such a nasty, ugly, awful, horrible, terrible thing, right? Because it does nobody any good. And so there's the first nugget, okay? They're focused on immediate needs, and that's how to connect. The second one is they want a shepherd to show the way. So important. They want someone to show them the way. They're waiting for someone to show them the way, which means you can't be mousy about it. You can be nice, but you have to be certain. You have to be bold. You have to have conviction. You realize that in any connection, I'm not going to use the word conflict, but any issue between two human beings, the one with the greatest conviction will always win. Always. Just without, or heck, if it's in the worst kind of situation, they'll die first. But we're not talking about that kind of stuff. The one with the most conviction always wins because they have the deeper belief. And the deeper belief always wins because the deeper belief continues to go forward. It's not swayed by someone's lack of belief, right? So, if your prospect doesn't have conviction that network marketing is an answer for them or your product is an answer for them, that conviction is not very deep. It's not based on true research and understanding and deep belief. It's just surface. When you represent conviction and power in your decision and certainty and belief, they're going to want to know why, because you have deep conviction and they don't. This stuff is simple, right? It's simple, but it can get lost sometimes. So that's why you have to be bold and certain with people. I know what this can do. I know what this is. I know how good this is. If you don't know how good this is, that means you haven't seen it right. That's all. It just means someone showed it to you wrong, right? I mean, imagine to be in that. That's too many network marketers are afraid to be real about their beliefs because they're afraid they'll be criticized. You can't get anywhere in life if you're afraid of criticism. Right? You're going to go nowhere. People don't criticize people that are not doing anything. They only criticize people that are doing something, right? So you take that boldness and then next you have to ask. You got to ask, are you ready to get started? Sounds like you're ready to get started. You want to do that now, right? You have to ask. If you don't ask, you're not being a shepherd. They're not going to just go, oh, can I get started? I mean, yeah, that will happen once in a blue moon, but it's not going to happen normally. You ask and you reassure that you're going to be with them right all the way. And the reason you do that is simple. There's two questions going on. So first, you talk about that focus on immediate needs, and they're like, okay, I get it. Yeah, that's good. And then you got two things you got to do because they got two questions in their head. One, can I do it? Will this really work for me? And two, will you help me do it? Because, I don't know what I'm doing. They're not saying those things. They're not verbalizing those things. They might not even know that's the questions in their brain. But everything they think about comes right back to those two. And so by you asking and reassuring and being bold, you help them be comfortable to take a step. All right? So I hope that was helpful. Two things 97% are focused on. One is the immediate need they have. And two is they want a shepherd to show the way. Be that. Be that. Hope that this was helpful. If you have not got my 27 scripts that really work and helping you consistently sponsor, head over to toddburrier.com and put in your email and get your free download. If you haven't gotten the process training, check that out under products. That will really, really help you. It'll help you be more bold and certain and ask and do all that kinds of stuff. And if you need a little coaching, feel free to drop me a message in the work with me area, and I'll be happy to reach out to you and we'll chat and see if I'm the guy to help you out. All right. Hey, I hope you got value, and feel free to share this. See you next time.